Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Must Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld. Here are several things to pay attention to for the upcoming trading year. That's right, 2023 is done, it's behind us, and we can now usher in 2024. 2023 was a pretty darn good year for those of you who are bullish on these markets. We had a lot of markets hitting all-time highs. Unless you're trading crude oil, well, it was kind of a rough year for you. Other than that, most things looking pretty darn good. And will 2024 hold the same sort of fortune? Well, we'll look at that in the coming weeks because there is a mantra that says, as goes January, so goes the rest of the year. We'll see if that holds true as well. Now, let's get down to the things that we do know that are factually going to happen, and that is data. I've got some data being released. We'll start things off with the jobs reports. Of course, there are several of them. We have 5 to speak of this week. Since Monday is closed, an observation of the New Year's Day, we are going to see the markets really start to come alive on Wednesday when you have JOLTS job openings. That's at 10 a.m. on Wednesday Eastern Time. After that, on Thursday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time, you have the ADP non-farm employment change, followed right up by the unemployment claims, which is a normal on Thursdays at 8:30 a.m. So not too big of a deal from the unemployment claims, but really that ADP is a big one. But there's an even bigger announcement happening on Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and that is the unemployment rate as well as that non-farm employment change. So we kind of have a twofer on that Friday session of jobs data. And of course, we know at this point how important jobs are to the economy. We've seen that unemployment rate slowly tick up. Nothing extreme. We're still well below norms. But remember, the Fed has said unemployment is certainly something they're keeping an eye on and is part of their dual mandate. So we'll keep an eye on those numbers this week. It should be fun. Now, the next part is rather interesting. We talk about services and manufacturing data. A lot of times this stuff is bundled together where a country will say on one day, we're coming out with our services and manufacturing data. Well, not only are there more countries this week reporting that data than any other week I've seen in 2023, but we're also seeing them staggered on different days, which I think is very interesting, and it could create some trading opportunities for you, at least market volatility. We start things off with the manufacturing data. On Tuesday, you see across the pond, we start with Spain at 3:15 in the morning, Italy at 3:45, France at 3:50, Germany at 3:55. Nice of them to stagger it in 5-minute intervals. Thank you very much. And the EU at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. From there, we move to England, 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and then we have Canada at 9:30 a.m., and of course, we have the United States at 9:45. So right away, I've got a ton of announcements. But we're not done with what happens with regards to manufacturing, particularly for the U.S. You can see there at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the final PMI numbers. That's final manufacturing PMI. However, the next day on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, while the market is open, you have the ISM manufacturing PMI. These are two different readings of manufacturing data in the United States, so keep your eye on those dates and times. But wait, there's more. That's just the manufacturing side. As you can see on the graphic, I've got manufacturing. I also have services. The services numbers start on Thursday. And again, we start with Spain at 3:15. We start with Italy at 3:45, followed by France at 3:50. You have Germany at 3:55, the EU at 4 a.m. You have England at 4:30. And then we wrap things up with the United States at 9:45 Eastern Time with the final services PMI. However, we are staggering another day on Friday. We have at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the ISM services PMI numbers coming out. What makes this unique is how many data points are being released this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so much services and manufacturing data being released. However, it's really the U.S. that's of most importance, particularly to me because I am predominantly U.S. equity markets trader. Granted, I trade some currencies here and there and some futures products, but really I'm a U.S. equities and options trader. Now, I'm watching those times specifically for the U.S. markets, but for those of you that are trading the euro, the pound, the Canadian dollar, you also have some data this week that could impact those currencies. So be very careful around those times because you might start to see weird action happen in your currency pairs. Now, with all that data that's come out, it's going to be a lighter volume week. Why? Because it is the new year. We are starting things off with a short week, right? Markets open on Tuesday, finish on Friday, so we've got a lighter week this week. That said, on behalf of Trading Academy, we wish you all a very happy new year and prosperous new year as well. That, my friends, is your Monday Morning Must Knows. We'll see you next week.